Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have two looks, one palette, Valentine's Day edition. I am so excited for this video because I'm using the Conspiracy palette, which has such beautiful and fun colors. I was really inspired to use this for Valentine's Day. One of the looks is a little bit more soft and pink, and the other is a little bit more like intense and edgy. So I really hope that you guys enjoy. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day, whatever you're doing, and let's jump into the first look now. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump on into look number one. As mentioned earlier, I am going to be using the Conspiracy palette. I haven't used this palette much, but when I want color, this is the palette that I reach for, and I love all of the variety of pinks and red shades in this palette, just totally perfect for Valentine's Day. So for look number one, I'm going to be starting off with the shade My Pills and kind of just fluffing this all over my lid as a base shade. I thought I could get away with using this as a transition, but it doesn't show up on my skin tone too well, so I just decided to use it for a base. Then next, I'm going in with the shade Pigment, which is the most beautiful, true, like bubblegum pink shade, or like a Barbie pink shade, whatever you want to call it. For look number one, I wanted this to be like really true pink, really soft and fun and girly, a little bit more on the soft pink and feminine side. So I just love the shade of pink, so I'm just running this all over my crease and on the outer corner just to start off with a nice transition. And I'm going to be switching brushes to something a little bit more concentrated because I want to make sure this pink is nice and built up in the crease and around the transition area on the eyes. You guys are going to have to forgive me if the audio sounds a little bit off. I am still testing out my new microphone that I got for Christmas, and I just listened back and it does sound a little bit breathy, so I'm gonna try to stay away from the mic a little bit farther. But now I'm taking that shade Pigment and just on a little bit of a smaller brush and really concentrating this on the outer corner of my eye and continuing to build up that pink color in my crease because it is just such a beautiful shade. And honestly, you guys, there is no better time to wear pink than Valentine's Day if you guys are going out with your significant other or even having like a girls' night out, girls' night in. There's no better time to rock an intense pink eye. So next, I tried to go in with the shade Ranch on my lid to brighten things up, but I found that it wasn't intense enough on its own, so I decided to layer up some concealer on my eye and kind of do a little bit of a half cut crease. So this is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I'm using this in the shade Fair 08, just a really light shade on my skin tone to help me define my lid and get a nice big bright look to my lids, and it'll also make a nice base for the Ranch shade to pop on my eyes even more. So just to show you guys a quick before and after of the concealer, this really makes a difference in the shape of my hooded eyes, but also how the Ranch shade applies. As you guys can see, it is so much more intense. So I'm just going in and patting the Ranch shade on top of the concealer with my finger just to get the most opaque and intense application. To re-intensify the pink, I'm going back in with the Pigment shade just to make sure we don't lose too much of the pink throughout the blending process. And I did want to deepen up the look just a little bit, so I'm taking a little touch of the shade Trisha and placing this right on the outer corner of my eyes. I try not to use too much of this because I still wanted to keep the look soft while still adding definition, and this shade does also tend to stain the lid, so I just wanted to use a little touch of it on the outer corners, and I think it pairs really well with the pink and the white that I have on the lid, like I said, just for a little touch of definition on the eyes. For lashes today, I did decide to go in with lashes. I'm using the Kiss Blowout Pixie lashes. These are my favorite. They complement my eye shape so well, but I just thought a nice fluttery long lash would look great with this pink look. So I'm just going in and applying these, and let me tell you guys, thank goodness for editing, because putting on my lashes always takes me over 20 minutes. I don't know what it is. I just haven't nailed down lash application, and it took me a long time, but this is what the lashes look like. I think they look so fun and girly. I love how they complement the pink shadow like I said. And now just finishing off the tops of my eyes, I'm mixing together Ranch and My Pills to highlight the brow bone. I went ahead and finished up my face makeup off camera just to speed things along, and coming back to the eyes now, I'm smudging the shade Pigment under my eyes just to have the uniform pink all over my eyes. Also making sure to connect the shade to the outer corner. Like I said, I want like a nice like rounded blown out smoky effect. So having that same color around the whole eye will make it nice and fun and blown out like I mentioned. So I'm just first smudging this with a small brush, and then I'm going in and blending it out with a little bit more shadow on a larger fluffy brush to bring the color down a little bit more. And lastly, to finish up the shadow for look number 1, I'm taking the shade Ranch on a small Sigma pencil brush and applying this on the inner corner of my eye to add a nice highlight and brightness on the inner corners. I went ahead and used some waterproof mascara on my lower lashes, and I figured I would share my lip combo with you guys because I love how it turned out with this look. So first I'm lining my lips with the MAC lip pencil in the shade Boldly Bare and topping that off with the mini gloss bomb by Fenty in the shade Pretty Please, which is a gorgeous hot pink shade, and I think this lip looked stunning with the pink eyes. I thought it would be difficult to pair a lip with such a out there pink eye look, but this was perfect and I love this gloss. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with look number 2 for Valentine's Day using the Conspiracy Palette. I'm starting off with the shade Flamin' Hot because I want this second look to be a little bit more on the red side, a little bit more neon looking and edgy. So I'm starting off by placing Flamin' Hot honestly pretty much all over my eyes, starting by running this through my crease and kind of just blending this all over the lid as well. Next, I'm going in with the shade Cheese Dust just to add a little bit of something different to this look. I thought it would look so cute blended on top of the red shade just to add a little bit more dimension, but also after actually doing this, I realized that I kind of created somewhat of a sunset look to the eyes, which I thought looked so beautiful. These colors definitely complement each other so well. So as you guys can see, I love it by the look on my face, but I'm just going in and blending the orange on the top of the Flaming Hot, like I said, just to add some definition. And here I'm going back in with the shade Flaming Hot because I decided to pack this all over my lid just to kind of fill in the rest of the space. At this point, I wasn't exactly sure where I was going with this look, but I thought the red all over the lid would look really fun for Valentine's Day. Initially, I was going to leave this look all matte, but you guys know me, I need a little pop of glitter or shimmer or something. So first, I'm going in with a little bit of my ColourPop No Filter Concealer again to carve out the center of my eye. I'm blending this out to do a halo eye, so I'm placing the concealer right in the center and blending it out so it kind of gets less and less opaque on the edges, and of course doing the same exact thing on the other eye just to prep for our center shadow. And for the pop on my lid, I went in with the shade Just a Theory, just because I find this shade to be so unique. It's like the perfect mix of a champagne with a taupe, and it has a touch of bronze in there. I just thought this shade paired really well with all of the warm tones we have going on the eyes, so I'm just packing this on the center of my lid, right on the concealer with my fingers. And then of course, since this is a halo eye, I'm going back in and re-intensifying the red Flaming Hot on the inner corner as well as the outer corner of my eye, just to intensify the rounded halo effect. For this look, I decided to skip lashes. I just went ahead and threw on some mascara, and now I'm going in and highlighting my brow bone with the shade Ranch. As always, I'm doing the rest of my face makeup off camera and coming back to finish up the eyes. First, I'm taking the shade Flaming Hot on a little smudger brush and really doing the same thing as the first look, just applying this all on the lash line and connecting it to the outer corner to give a rounded, cohesive effect to the eyes. And then I'm also going in with the shade Cheese Dust again to mimic what I did on the top on the bottom and really smoke out that lower lash line. And finally, to finish look number 2, I'm going in with my favorite lipstick ever, which is ColourPop and Kathleen Light's What's Your Sign. I knew the peachy tones in this would complement the warm tones on the eyes so well, and I am obsessed with how this look turned out. I personally think this one is my favorite, but that is look number 2 complete. Alright you guys, so that is officially going to complete this 2 looks, 1 palette Valentine's Day edition using the Conspiracy Palette. I love how the 2 looks turned out. Definitely make sure to let me know which one is your favorite in the comments down below by leaving either a pink emoji for look number 1 or a red emoji for look number 2. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I would love to have you guys here as part of my little YouTube fam. If you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, click that notification bell down below and you will get notified every single time that I upload a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!